coming to you live from the beautiful island of Maui, Hawaii. If you all just watched the live stream I did a few moments ago, I'm going to redo the whole thing. I took that video down because we had technical issues. And the number one technical issue was the fact that the mic wasn't working. It was the camera on the phone. It was the mic on the phone. And it was just too much wind. So hopefully this mic is working now. I don't know. Let's hope so. Anyway, we're going to redo the whole live just because perfection is the goal, but excellence is tolerated. But I can't handle a windy mic. It's just not good. So we're coming to you live right now from the beautiful island of Maui, Hawaii. I'm right here in front of the world famous Honolulua Bay. And I love all the little sticker stuff they got everywhere, right? Practice aloha. Wow. I hope every person on this island is practicing. I think they are practicing. I think keep practicing. Oh, it's too funny. So the purpose of this video is just to do a little Maui fix to show you around the beautiful Honolua Bay. We have a couple of snorkel boats out there. They're doing snorkeling. Tourists are enjoying the island. We had a couple surfers out there. The swell has died, by the way, so if you're doing a wave check for Honolua Bay this morning, don't come out. There's no waves, even though it was kind of semi-firing yesterday. Today, no can. But winter is coming, which is beautiful. And on that note, the purpose of this video, let me just get comfortable here with it, just for 1 second, because we have to have like a serious little chat here, I think. Okay, what's the best way to put this? Okay, if you're watching this video, for some reason, the algorithm is convinced, and I'm convinced, you're here for a reason. And that reason, in my humble opinion, is to do your little part. And if you just watched the live, I went through my example of the guy and the starfish, right? The guy that's walking down the beach, there's thousands of starfish. He's throwing the starfish back into the ocean because they're dying. And someone comes up to him and goes, dude, there's thousands of starfish out here. You're not gonna be able to save all the starfish. It doesn't make, and he throws it in the ocean. The guy goes, yeah, you ain't kidding, man. What am I trying to do with this video? I am going to encourage you to encourage somebody else to come here, to come to Maui, to come this winter specifically. Why? Because we need help here. Tourism's dying. Every business here is down 30% since last year, not just since the fire. So think about that. People are losing their jobs. The government, they're a bunch of, what's the best way I could put this? Do you remember when they used to lobotomize people and they would stick something up their nose and it would like incapacitate a part of their brain? To me, that's pretty much anyone that works for Maui County has been lobotomized at some level, at some point in their life, I'm convinced. Because they're doing so many stupid things that are hurting the local economy and hurting the locals here and the people that work here and live here and try to survive here. They're hurting them, period. So the only way I think that we can make a difference is if we take the power back, and the power's with the people. Social media, I think, can make a difference. So if a butterfly flaps its wings in Argentina, it can start a hurricane in Florida. Which is why you don't want to go to Florida, live in Florida, vacation in Florida, because eventually, you know, it's like the three little pigs, right? I huff and I puff and I'll blow the house down. The house is going to get blown down in Florida. I'm sorry. Plus, it's too damn humid and there's too many no-see-um bugs. So that's why I'm encouraging people to come to Maui. So if you share this video with 10 people and you tell them to share it with 10 people and then tell them to come to Maui to support the West Side specifically, I believe maybe it just results in one person that comes here and that's my one starfish. But maybe, just maybe, you actually do what I ask, which I know is rare. It's like asking people to subscribe to your channel. You look at the analytics, it's like, of the, you know, of all the people, the thousands of people, only 1% subscribe. That's okay, whatever. Oh man, the messages, too many. But if you would just share this video, ask someone to come here, because you know what, we had COVID, that shut the place down. I did the food line videos and people gave to the Maui Food Bank and it was amazing. And then after COVID, we came back strong. Then the fire happened and then the government took over with their BS. So it's just like one thing after another after another. So I believe, in my humble opinion, my very humble opinion, that I and you and we can make a difference and we can get more people to come back here this winter, because winter is coming. Wherever you're at, guess what? Winter's coming. And here you've got bathwater, you have never-ending summer, you've got a lot of cool, I believe, local aloha-infused people. They don't just practice aloha, they are living in a state of aloha, like you guys, the most aloha-infused audience on planet Earth. So I believe that we can make a difference. So if you do anything today, and if you're watching this video, you're doing it for a reason, because you're somehow connected to this beautiful place in one way or another, and you care about the people of this island, and you come here on vacation, you got married, you got engaged, you brought your kids here, you swam, you snorkeled, you surfed, you went to the road to Hana, you ate at Mama's Fish House, you went down to Kimo's, you walked Front Street, you want me to keep going? I can keep going, no worries, I got this, no worries. You snorkeled at Honolulua Bay, you went to Boss Frogs, you stuck your head in the shark, you went to Mala Ramp, you walked Baby Beach, you went over to Ho'okipa, you went down to McKenna, you went down to Big Beach, you went to Little Beach. I've seen the pictures, and they're not pretty. I know you guys. You went to Haleakala at sunset, you went to Haleakala at sunrise, but now you have to have reservations. You went to Black Sand Beach, you went to Nakaleli Blowhole. You came here and you enjoyed and you loved it and you made memories and you took pictures. And now you've decided to stop coming. Don't do that. We need you. And the West Side specifically needs you. Forget about other vacation destinations. You know, in this last video I just posted, and the blog, I'll put a link in the description, literally since 2019, the stats are out for the tourism board. Maui's down 25% since 2019. The other islands are all up. Their tourist numbers are up by revenue and by visitor counts. Oahu is up like 32%. Kauai is up. Big Island is up. We're still down 25%. You would think that there would be somebody with one brain cell at the Hawaii Board of Tourism, at Maui County, that's like, you know what, we should take some of these billions of dollars that we get in revenue and we should just like do a nice little campaign, ask people to come back. We should tell the people at Lahaina Strong, hey, stand down with your negativity and your meanness. And this is what makes the economy thrive here. So it's a long intro. I'm gonna show you around the bay, but I'm just asking you to please share the video. I'm not doing this for views. My channel got shadow banned. I mean, there's other YouTubers on Maui now that are way more successful at getting their content to the front page of the algorithm, because they post boring, you know, I'm not even gonna go there. So, but I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I could care less, because I know that there's one starfish out there that's gonna hear this. It's gonna make a difference for some starfish here. So in other words, say there's an auntie working at a restaurant, you know, she's working at Cane and Canoe, say for example, at the Montage. Great place to go eat, right? Amazing. Or maybe the new Tavernas, the guys that just took over that restaurant back in November. Do you think they were counting on the numbers from the PGA to come dine there? You bet they were. Is that gonna happen now? No, it's not. Why? Because of Maui Land and Pine, and they don't know how to make money, right? And you got Maui County, they don't know how to make money because they just suck off tax dollars from the businesses that they're now trying to destroy. So those guys ruined the PGA Tour. So now there's some waitress working at Taverna that the tip that she was gonna get on January 5th, on January 10th, she's not gonna get it because that person's not coming here anymore, okay? That's what I'm talking about. That's the starfish I'm talking about. That person at that restaurant that's trying to make rent, that's not gonna get that tip because that PGA got shut down. That's just one example. So if we can counterbalance that, and if you share this video with 10 people that also share it with 10 people, it's like a chain letter. All of a sudden it's like 10 million people get it, and maybe 1,000 people come here. That's my rationale, that's my thinking, and that's my hope. So if you would do that for me, I'd be greatly appreciative. All right, let's take a look around Honolulua Bay. That was a long intro, boy. I think it's everything I messed up in the last video, it just crystallized in my brain somehow. All right, guys, check it out, Honolulua Bay. All right, see the gimbal is working. I think the audio is working. Everything is coming together. All things work together for good for those who love God. Yes, Now, yesterday it was hammering, but can you see how beautifully crystal clear the water is? You can almost see the bottom right now. You can probably see a parrotfish if you look really close. And you can see a couple guys just getting a couple of small kind waves. Yes, And then what we got over here? Snuggle boats. And of course, Lahaina Strong hates, you're not allowed to go into Honolua Bay, we're gonna ban you. It's like, okay, that's nice. Last time I checked, it's the ocean, right? It's the ocean, right? These people should be able to go snorkel around on their little nice vacation that they're coming over here, spending thousands of their dollars, and look at a couple fish, right? No big deal. You just get so tired of the activists, man. It's like, come on. It's so obvious you're just, working for somebody's agenda, taking money on the side. Who knows what the hell's going on, but it's stupid. So, but look at all these tourists having a good time. If you haven't snorkeled Honolua Bay, you gotta try it. It's nuts. It is beautiful. And of course, they call it the best wave in the world. Had a friend of mine that moved here. Could have lived anywhere in the world. And he moved here specifically for this wave. Now, obviously right now it's not really even breaking, but normally you would have multiple point breaks throughout this entire bay. School bus size barrels that you can just perfectly, it's all right. It's a high performance wave, you gotta know what you're doing, and it's legit. Let's take a quick tour. Earlier in the live, missed it. If you missed it, of course I took it down because the audio was bad, but this on the plantation course, which is what I'm looking at right now. To the side of that is beautiful, the old Peter Lick home. Peter Lick, the photographer, that was his house. Pulled a lot of his photos. And then down here, over here we have Slaughterhouse Beach. One of my favorite beaches. Walk down those green stairs. You kind of got the whole place to yourself. During COVID, we went there because it was dangerous because you might spread COVID. So you can't go outside. You can't even sit on the beach. But Slaughterhouse, you can go down there and they can't see you basically because it's hidden. So half the island was hanging out at Slaughterhouse. And beyond that, we have D.T. Fleming's right in front of the Ritz-Carlton. Nice little bodyboarding spot, or boogie boarding as you guys call it maybe. Little surf spot too. And then beyond that, of course, we have Ironwoods Beach, which is just past Dragon's Teeth right there. That point is Dragon's Teeth, and just on the other side of it is Ironwoods, and of course that's the Montage up on the hill there. Beyond that is, of course, the island of Lanai. And then over here to our north, you have the beautiful island of Molokai. Can you see the rains of winter are here? Thank goodness, for the first time in a long time, we're finally getting some rain. Man, do we need it. In the comments, guys, what do you think? Are you coming? Are you willing to share the video? What's your connection to this place? Why did you end up on a Maui live video from Honolua Bay? Okay, Hunter's telling me something. This is my son, Hunter. He's down here just because he wanted to get his gills wet, as they say. Oh, here he goes. He's gonna pop up on this guy. Well, let's go, Hunter. Nice. Nice. Oh. Good. Good job. Fun little ride. So in case you're curious how these guys get down to the surf break, there's all these little cliff trails. They're pretty gnarly though, so you gotta be careful, especially if it rains, because they can get really slickery. What do you think, guys? Should we try to go down? A little adventure? Later on today, I'm going to be meeting up with Blind Daniel. If you haven't been to helpdaniel.org, please do so. We haven't seen Daniel in a while, so I'm looking forward to the meetup. I'm showing a couple properties today too, so I got to work. All right, here we go. Walking down in the leather olukais. I got my hiking boots on. Whew. All right. If you're just joining the live, thank you so much. Hopefully we've got good audio, good video. The gimbal has got the smooth video. If you were on the live earlier, thanks for coming back. I took that video down because of the horrible sound quality. Look at this little secret spot of sandy beach. That's right. You could follow this video to this little spot down here and just have your own little private sandy beach. Helpdaniel.org. Matter of fact, Daniel, before he lost his eyesight, he used to charge this bay. Matter of fact, one year he told me they were doing the surf contest, Legends of the Bay. He didn't quite realize it, and he was sitting way out there, and this huge set wave came through, and he rode it all the way through the contest. And he had to get out of the water after that, because sometimes those contests, they kind of take over the whole break. But here we go. Can you see kind of how gnarly this is? Look at this. The surfers have just paved a groove into the side of the mountain. All right, let's go. So have you already figured out the 10 people you're going to share this video with and encourage them to come to Maui? Have you figured it out yet? Because look at me, I'm risking a limb here to show you this spot. I don't even know how I'm going to manage this with one hand with a gimbal phone. Hang on a second. Okay, gotta make sure I don't fall. Hold on. Oh. Ooh. Oh, look at that. All right, we're almost there. We're almost there. It's gonna be worth it, I think, when we get to the point. Oh, I think we're right over the caves. Surf break. We got any audience members that have surfed this break? Is it bringing back good memories from the good old days? There we are. There's Hunter. He's like, oh no, Dad's going live. We just got him a new board, Kazuma. Beautiful, awesome custom board. Thank you, Matt. If you guys ever need a good surfboard made, he makes them all, man. Long boards, stand-up paddle boards, but he's really known for his short board shapes. Over in Haiku, great guy, does a fantastic job. Follow him on Instagram. He's posting like on the daily. Oh, Kazuma. Anybody out there riding a Kazuma board? Come on, man, we gotta get some chatter going here, people. Come on, don't be shy. Remember, less than 1% subscribe, so you could change that right now and just hit that subscribe button. Even though YouTube will probably unsubscribe you because they don't like me, because I like to tell the truth. I could probably grow a really big YouTube channel if I just ladled out a bunch of BS. All right, I think Hunter's getting in position here, man. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, Hunt, let's see what you got. Nah. But yeah, just a beautiful morning here, beautiful Saturday morning. Man, oh man. The smell of the salt in the air. Little cloud cover, the temperature is just perfect. Can you guys kind of get a sense of the sketch factor right here? Huh? You want to go over the edge? Oh, here goes Hunter. Hang on a second. I can't miss him.